Greetings, this is Fearne. I welcome you to my recap of Critical Role's of episode 94 of Campaign 3 Saga Bells Hells. Quick, just want to point this out, this is a clip from the intro where they have not removed Sam's name because he, of course, will return. And so they have now managed to edit in Robbie's name in this scene. No idea how long. Spoiler. Well, I was gonna say, but we do not. We go once again go with an episode without Sam. No idea when he'll show up. But again, with what character? Actually, I may have a theory on that. Anyway, it starts out with their primary sponsor of the night, One Shot Wonders, and their special ad of the evening, which is a Mad Libs, using one of their adventure descriptions. Mm-hmm. They add different things stuff. I'll just show you the result.
Here's our little adventure.
Okay.
Are you guys ready?
Saying some random things when she gives prompts.
Okay. The party will learn that some queefs cannot be fought head on with a gigantic.
Only one way to stop him.
When a gigantic, saucy airbud advances on the town, where they are swallowing, causing terrifying tremors. That got weird. Can the heroes complete a rapture before the monster brings the town down around them? Important characters include Beaver Carl, the town's elected missionary, who is willing to make tough choices to ensure his community's survival, and, of course, Kevin Hedgehog, a trainee healer at a local mortuary.
Not real good at his job.
Oh,
bro.
I don't know what he's not very good at, but it's one or the other.
He's like, I don't get it. Nothing's working.
Oh, God.
Why can't I do this? Who just wants to, shivering any way she can.
I guess it would just be Shiver.
One Shot Wonders is available now on Roll and PlayPress.com. I had no ending to that bit. I probably should have wrote an ending. RollandPlayPress.com/critical. And if you order before May 31st, you'll get a free coupon for $10 off your pre-order of the map library. Matt, shart to you.
It's actually a really great book. It helped me out when I was running a one-shot last minute for your dad when he was in town. It's really cool.
Anyway, that includes the ad for the new collaboration to create a real-life Sandcakes hide. And the new specialty service Beacon, which is like a you can just look in, go on and click to Twitch to the original video, or should this come out, you'll be watching past Monday afternoon. Go to the link in the description for the YouTube video. If you don't have, it's available on Twitch. And then another big announcement.
Gross point blank.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much.
Oh, another thing. Along with Beacon today, we also announced our first Bells Hells live show! You guys.
I thought I'll be able to go see that.
We're hype. It's the little place called the Greek Theater here in Los Angeles.
You're lying. That's not real. You're lying.
It's true. I know. It's the Greek, man. June 15th, please join us for an exciting live performance of Campaign 3, Episode 98 of Critical Role, with all of us here at the table, including this wonderful Robbie David. And as we announced, the extraordinary Brennan Lee Mulligan will be serving as our master of ceremony. The pre-sale for Beacon for Bacon members.
Pocket Beacon.
Gotta keep
it
that
makes
pocket
sense.
beacon. Pre-sale for Beacon members begins Monday, May 20th at 10 a.m. Pacific. But please keep in mind that you have to be a paid member to receive the pre-sale code. And remember that 7-day free trial we mentioned, it does not include access to live event pre-sale. So make sure you guarantee access through the pre-sale. Be sure to sign up for a monthly or annual membership no later than May 16th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific. And if you missed the pre-sale, don't worry.
Cool.
We'll have tickets available for everyone else the very next day on May 21st at 10 a.m. Pacific. And if you're wondering, anyone unable to join us in person can watch the live stream on our Twitch and YouTube channels on Thursday, June 20th. Yeah. That was a lot. So if you need the details over again, you can find them all at critroll.com/events. And we will see you at the Greek.
Alrighty, I think we are next up with you.
Yeah, it's anticlimactic after all that, but I have a shirt, you guys.
No.
No, that's so cool. It's still awesome though. It's a Bell's House shirt. And you guys know our Mighty Nine weapon shirt and our I don't know what other weapon shirt we have. We have other weapon shirts, and this one's the Bell's House one.
Nice.
It's available everywhere. Adrian Helton designed it. Artist, she drew all this amazing stuff. Thank you, Adrian.
It's giving big like camp counselor.
It's true.
Yes.
circus.
Isn't it?
Oh, sorry. Anyway, well, with that, those other merch ideas, we go into the episode with the intro with the new with Damien's name, with his name, and the recap. We meet the and we then head in with where Bell's House is having their reunion with Dorian Storm. Right now they decide they want to explain more, but I think they agree with right now they need rest and recovery. Fearne and Ashen are due to the effects of them using their transformations have 2 points of exhaustion each. Right, and they did mention how ask if everyone's alright, and they're like not right now. There's like for them they just lost. It hasn't even been 24 hours since they lost FCG. Ashen brings up the fact that he always figured that FCG would eventually sacrifice itself for them. Like everything he does was sacrifice and cut somewhat self-destructive earlier on, and they even wonder like what it was worse, like getting this selling supplies from you, or kind of see it's coming from a long way away and just have nothing you can do about it. Then we get to perfect. Oh wait, no wait, not perfect, not perfect.
Nothing beyond. Do you want some company tonight?
They all go the rest of the stuff, and Ash just waits outside the tent for and is talking to Fearne right now, who's just left after.
Oh.
Just.
The look on
Nothing.
Laura's face.
I don't know.
If I may,
Yeah.
I would love some company, but can we just hold on to each other?
Oh, everything hurts. That's honestly what I was really. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm really bad at this. I don't really. Yeah, I'm really bad at this. I'm sure you've noticed.
Bad at what? I don't really know what you're getting at.
getting at things.
Oh.
It makes me nervous. Yes, that's exactly what I was hoping you'd say. Just
I think I just want a long hug. And then fall asleep.
yeah, I think I want to fall asleep with someone and then wake up with them. Sounds really nice.
Okay, I'll try to stay.
Oh,
But I
that's
might
cool.
get a little skittish. I may wake up earlier than you. I don't know. I don't know.
That's very likely.
I don't know why this is making me weird. Let's just go to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, so you are.
What's the layout? I haven't been here before. What's the layout of this? What's the layout of this building, Mike?
So,
It's a single 10 by 10 room.
it is a large like tent with a number of cots and beds throughout. But Ashlyn stepped outside of it, outside the door, and she went ahead and joined them out there.
Yeah.
So they've been having this conversation outside of the
Yeah, you
interior.
don't.
Truly impressive.
Yeah.
Okay.
For those who have a passive perception under 30, yes, private.
Oh, so you heard it all.
Orange is like,
Nothing.
what is it? What is it?
When no game meets no game, passing through the rye.
Yeah.
Ashley's between a rock and a hard place. So it's like a cuddle circle. Everybody can see everybody else, but
Yeah.
but we're just in a big tent, like a yurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I kind of just, I want someone to hold me, and I want to hold on to somebody.
Can't even remember the last time. Yeah. Yeah. Sounds great.
All right.
Okay. So the rest of you find your respective beds, sharing those who wish.
They all rest in it. Fearne kind of wakes up in the middle of the night. Okay. And she looks around, kind of in action, and she looks up, and she sees this little cute gray, sugar glider like creature, creature with like long ears, stuff going like. It seems somewhat intelligent. Right there, and
Well, I gotta follow it.
Okay.
I'm like, I go back to sleep.
Okay. All right.
Weird.
I was scared. I'm just so tired.
It's the altitude.
How cute. I'll follow it.
Okay. Are you trying to carefully?
Yes.
Okay. So I need you to make
I just love this from one Colorado goes, "It's a trap."
a stealth check for me
Okay.
to absolve yourself of
I think, like,
Ashton.
But I think half of the us at this point are thinking it's a trap. The other half thinking this is an Anamori.
Sheesh.
Okay.
Yeah,
15.
Okay.
That's enough to get past Ashen while he's sleeping. But Orm notices. Who's like outside, because he's got like a passive perception of 33, which means like half in sleep. That's still a 16. And she does go out and starts following this creature. Or who woke up and noticed this. It watches this happen. It goes outside the tent through the camp and stuff. She keeps following, and Orm tails at a respectable distance. It reaches like the perimeter wall and goes through a small hole in it, like maybe like this big. And And one second. No, home 45.
Just a bit.
Shoot, I don't have any more wild shapes.
Just zip it up.
You've taken a short rest at this point.
We've taken a short
like the equivalent of a short rest, given that you guys have rested through the night.
Okay.
Before.
All right. I will wild shape into just a little. I'm gonna. I know this is like a weird thing to wild shape into right now, but I really think it'll be cute. I want to wild shape into a cockatiel with a peach plume.
Wow.
Okay.
I love it.
But I'm not gonna fly. I'm just gonna.
Like like
Do the
the
waddle.
Yes.
like where they have the smacky feet.
Yes.
Okay. You have, like,
I wanted it to be like a little field mouse, but it didn't happen.
Hey,
It's
I
like,
get
well,
it.
They still have to do.
The inspiration hits you in the last minute.
Yeah.
Change course.
Inspiration or distraction?
Yeah. Distraction.
You kind of glance as you're watching from a distance. You're kind of peeking.
Yeah, Orm watches as she turns and crawls through the hole. Orm, not having any transformation powers, in order to give up tail, has to try to vault the wall. Oh.
So far.
He makes a good trick and barely makes it, but with use of his a sword to catch the very top, like, but makes it.
You're just so cute. Okay, I'll keep going.
You're still a bird?
I'm still a bird.
So, okay, so chirping.
How about that brain?
The sugar glider.
It's a bird brain.
You know, as you're getting further away from the fortress, the landscape is, coming up in large rock platforms, these like miniature mesas of.
Basically going flying through. So this would be taking her to the no man's land between the two encampments. And eventually the glider stops behind, and then she stops nearby. It's letting it just like fluttering up, and suddenly there's a blur in the air as illusion magic dissipates, and the form of her biological father, her Sorrow Lord Satsuda, appears. Orm, who still manages to keep high himself, immediately lies straight on back, going prone to keep hidden in the dark.
In the swarm, I'd say.
I just pretend I'm a bird, and I just keep flying around.
You panic flap?
I panic flap. Just a bird, just a bird. Nothing to see here. I know. Maybe I can pull up.
Denial.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna settle on the ground.
And basically turns back to herself. Zathuda tells him that reveals that he knows of Odohan's defeat and demise, saying he could smell her ruin on Fearne and like the flames of vengeance. So he really likes his flame motif, apparently. He denotes to her that he could see that she walks with secret fire, something that a flame that's not of him, but something older So basically, he can sense the spark of Rashan within her. He talks also about how he thinks that she has much more potential, especially with regards with her powers as a Rudis born. Apparently, Ludinus has taunted him a couple of times or jived with him, make some jibes about that how a simple farm girl has been made a stronger contestant than someone of his lineage. There. And as we're like a simple farm girl, you could just see the look of indignation on Laura's face. But he states that he does believe Fearne has the potential to be the one to enter into the hollow cage. And through the words that we could tell that he wants Fearne to become an exultant. The psychic explosion, things like such as Imogen, Liana, and Otahan were. And with our other power, make her more famous. As he says this, the red glow, strings of energy and red glow are coming off her, like that appeared while they were on Rudis. Her Rudian essence, as it were. That's what I'm calling it. He wants Fearne to join him, like.
I think to make it up to me, you should give me your mount. And then maybe I'll think about coming with you.
Yeah, Daddy, I want a pony.
I really just want a pony.
I appreciate your ambition.
He does say like if you join, they could go into the Feywild table and break whatever beast they want to the realm. In this very nice imitation of like a Sean Connery voice. He thinks that together they're this is getting very much like a Luke and Vader scene, like Empire Strikes Back scene. I think he's playing. He's basically talking about his relationship with his relationship with Ludus as being a long-term alliance because of common interest, which he makes it clear he would drop his second if he sees any opportunity to gain the passive. Yeah, he is very much planning to betray Ludinus. And he also mentions how actually just can't say have it here.
19.
Maybe still pretty
He also says like
This whisper brought to you by.
Perception is it a man?
Oh, but you listen to the whisper.
I can't.
Brought to you by Beacon.
I'm talking to you.
It's forbidden.
Forbidden
It's forbidden. Forbidden whisper.
whispers.
Fearne ends up just declining, saying, "You don't know. Do you know what I want?"
you see yourself looking back. Pulls it from the shadow and holds it out towards you.
A mirror.
And you look in the reflection and you see yourself looking back.
I'm gonna look away, and then I'm gonna look away, and then I'm gonna look away.
Does she see dark Fearne that she saw a long time ago?
When he pulls out the mirror, I'm going to cast Scorching Rays.
Scorching Rays of the
Because I'm
mirror?
gonna try to, at the mirror. I don't want to look at it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 3 times.
Oh my god.
Also, I got a 28 on the perception check.
Yeah, you're kind of under the ground beyond some of the rock, and you see him just kind of pull forth something, and then she begins to lob 3 flame columns at him.
But did
Just to skill it.
all this time is what that perception was.
I'd say you picked up both of their
24.
conversation. Yeah.
24, 29, and 26.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, this could be like somebody in
8
there.
for the first hit.
Okay.
6 for the second.
Okay.
And 8 for the third.
Okay. The flames hit and impact in the front of the mirror as they kind of filter out. The final one kind of burning away. So no impact on the mirror.
From it, you can see emerge there. There does actually end the brain, but only after a deflection. And Sarah gets the evil smirk, and from the pieces emerges the dark Fearne we saw back in EXU.
You see the dark Fearne kind of standing there as she stands up.
She's like out. She's out. She's out in the wild.
Yeah, well.
Oh my god.
We should have talked a long time ago.
Yeah.
My gods, you're beautiful.
Speak for yourself.
What do you want?
What anyone wants from my realm
Oh no.
to take your place.
No.
Who's real? What?
Shit.
She's trying. She wants
Shit.
to swap.
Where's she from?
Shit.
Her neck kind of like cracks a little on one side, and you see the shadow beneath her begin to stretch out in 3 different points.
Oh no! Where did it get?
As 3 other kind of shadow
Why didn't you
ferns,
wake
reflections
anybody
of
else up?
her from shattered parts of the mirror begin to also form around. Then in unison, they all kind of laugh.
On the side, Orem pulls out the sending stone and whispers, Dorian, wake up, Dorian. Fearne and I outside the city, about 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Need you all.
Can anybody hear what you're saying? Even the microphone that's above you.
Dorian, outside the city, 10 minutes.
You do get a blast of information into your mind.
Little sleep apnea.
Yeah.
Not a lot. Just a
Yeah,
little.
totally.
That's why I said your name so many times.
And then I get all of that instantly?
Yeah, kind of like, it's like someone shouting into your ear.
What did you say?
Dorian.
You didn't give me a direction. You didn't give me a direction, did
I
you?
don't know the direction. We're outside the city, 10 minutes.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Full on yelling at everyone to wake up.
Why? What?
The fuck's funny?
Wake up!
What? Why are you yelling?
This hasn't worked in months. I've got a message. Orm's in trouble. He said 10 minutes outside of camp.
It's called a nightmare. Just lay your head.
Wake up! No, wake up!
I'm getting my shit.
Wait, what?
Have we had a long rest, or is it still a short?
Orem?
This would be towards the cusp of a long rest, so no, you have not completed.
Anyway, Are they getting ready for the? We go back. To where we left off with
I don't know.
Okay, hold on. Just let me get my clothes on for a second. Oh.
No, stay naked. You're gonna transform anyway.
Oh.
It's true.
Do it
Put
now.
your boxers on.
No, I don't think I will. Let me go over here. Let me go over to where. Wait a minute.
Can I do
This
hit
bed's-
die with a short rest?
You what?
Can I do hit
Oh,
die
you
with a
can
short
do
rest?
some hit
Yeah.
die with a short
I'm
rest.
gonna do that
You
short
said,
rest.
can I do hentai with a short rest?
Yes,
I go over to Fearne's bed, but there's no scent over there. I go over to Ashton. Was she in
Find them.
Yep, sorry.
Now.
Can I use my follow my nose to try and figure out which direction they might have exited the tent?
Yeah. I'll say either.
They go. They track themselves back to the wall, and Lana sends out Patty to search for them, scan the area. Ashton then uses his hammer to make a ladder. I assume this is the same thing they did on their reconnaissance mission toward the end. Get up high and you attach a rope to it. They never got into details. Mm-hmm. It should be no. No, at this point, I forgot that. At this point, what would it go? Well, between that and that last thing, not only was do we have the dark fern appear out of it, but then out of the fragments of the three largest fragments, additional dark ferns appear out. And it's like, oh. So then we go to. So then after the scene, Fearne immediately casts Earthbind, and that kicks off initiative. We then head to the battle map.
Why'd you follow the sugar glider?
Because it was so cute.
Because it was a sugar glider.
Because yes.
Matt hooked you
He
like
knew,
a
he knows.
fish.
He fucking knows. It's so easy. Give me a cute little creature.
Up into this point here. Orem, you had been kind of hiding flat over here.
Wherever you want to.
Yeah, whereas you would kind of sit a little bit further back about.
I think, farther back makes sense.
There, where the conversation
This combat is
happened.
brought to you by WizKids Minis. Heed the call to adventure alongside the heroes of Alexandria, the Darrington Brigade. Available now, WizKids.io, Darrington Brigade.
Good Santa.
Fearne,
Yes.
this is your dark version.
She's so evil.
These are the
Whoa!
surrounding refracted shadow ferns.
First of all, amazing, Matt.
Where?
I know.
Yeah.
And look at this map.
That's a cool
Where's
one.
Orem?
Well, as this has continued to trigger, you begin to cast your spell, Orem. You do have the moment of initiative here as your top of initiative order, as you begin to cast your Earthbind.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, there.
I would have already gotten up if we're saying that I had this cover and I saw Daddy, I would have backed up against it. So I'm already on my feet. I'm gonna fucking run out. I'm gonna run straight out.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I will use my action to move further.
Okay.
I will stop here. I will run into her.
And push her back and perform a beam switch. To give her a nice plus AC. The primary a dark fern goes attacks. Manage to dealing some cold damage and psychic damage. Thankfully, due to Fearne can use her reaction to and activate that feat she got from the ghost power captain, and is now resistant to cold. So that's that. But then the other three dark fragments swarm her.
You hear Fearne like screech in pain, and as the ones around finish after the attack start cackling.
All I keep thinking is our song. 1 by 1 we climb to the reach of 2 by 2 we fall. What if one dies, another one has to die? What if it's a prophetic song?
Laura!
Oh, because
Laura Bailey!
Keep that to yourself.
Don't say these things.
Okay, so bonus action. Bait and switch, and I slide our positions around and give you an additional.
Another band switch. That's pretty much the only maneuver he does. He utilizes because he's trying to just protect from. They're all these things are directly after Fearne, not him. He then goes on his offensive using everything he's got. Starts going.
21. So then that's another 12 damage. $22.
You can take a look at what that says there. Then he also does an action surge to lay on Dick, going out there with specifically one of them. I think it was the primary one. I think he's specifically laying into the original Dark Fearne. You know, as stated in the previous his method of attack is to focus on one target specifically, and bring that one down. Then Fearne makes her big move at risk, though.
The spark of Roshan.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
Keep it up.
Isn't it dangerous to do that right after you did it?
Who gives a shit? This is bad.
It'll add 2 more
It'll add
points
2 more points.
of exhaustion to you.
When I
stops,
drop
right?
When you drop it, yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna be real.
So I'm gonna be real
We're just
fucking
gonna
tired.
be
You're gonna be
geeky, that's
real
all.
Just a little sleepy beepy.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
But I
Push this one out of the
I
way
have
because
an
you
idea for
occupy
that.
now 4 squares as you do.
We're in trouble.
Okay.
It makes it easier to find you.
So wait, they came
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
of the mirror.
Absolutely.
It's true.
Suddenly,
But they
big
also feel
bonfire
like
in the middle
glass.
of the dark.
Okay.
You just ignite around you. The air itself seems to burn in steam as you take on the elemental form within. That's an action to make the transformation?
That is an action.
Okay, so you still have your bonus action.
My bonus action, I am going to.
He then summons Little Mister. Another round for attacks from these dark reflections, and we found out that they can also have sneak attack. And also, we learned that these things have another name.
Hits you, sorry.
Okay, second one, right? 6. I need you to make.
At disadvantage.
Correct.
7 points of damage.
And a concentration check.
Yes.
And did you call this the voice thief?
At disadvantage.
Correct.
Do not fail this.
I think because I have an exhaustion, I get
It's a
I get a disadvantage. Okay.
You do.
Yeah.
But just,
Natural 1. Okay. So,
Okay.
but the first strike misses. The second one, when it strikes you, she doesn't go for your chest. Her grasp goes around your neck and carves across the front of your throat. The cold feeling, there's no blood, there's no scar. You see a splash of dark, but there's no blood. And then as you go to try and your voice is gone. You cannot cast any spells with verbal components at the moment.
You can't cast any spells?
With verbal components.
Which is all of them.
It's happening already!
Okay.
So you have to look and see if it has
Well done.
But you can still do this stuff.
Yeah.
This
I'm be fine.
it finishes its turn. These three are going to now continue to kind of swarm around you.
Took me a second. I was like,
You gotta think about it.
Shit!
Orem then goes in with another vein switch to keep protected. I think got like a +7 or her AC or something. Also performs a second one to give him a little extra boost. Little Mister is out and has his gun out apparently. His pop gun takes shots at them. And
Activate the spark of. Where's Orem?
Orem's right next to you.
Shit.
Oh, because it goes boom boom?
It goes
I
boom.
think of deactivating the spark. I was like, what the hell?
Boom.
Well,
That may be the only thing that can keep you in the fight.
You're gonna be. Oh boy, you're gonna be down though. You know you're gonna be real down.
Motherfucking bad person!
Okay, maybe I should.
I mean,
I'm
no.
gonna die. I'm gonna die.
Okay, in
You
that
have to do
case,
it.
fucking.
But so could Orem.
No, he's fine.
Nuke your friends to save
You gotta start
yourself.
feeding him
Yeah.
breakfast.
Okay. All right. Well, I can't talk right now. I'm gonna deactivate.
You're wdropping your form?
Well, why do you have to say it like that?
No, I'm just confirming.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. So according, I think they just said, but apparently she's down to the last 2 hit points. So one more hit will knock her out anyway.
Just confirming.
Bloodlust in his eyes.
I'm just confirming.
The excitement.
I know he was so
Terrible
excited.
poker face.
He's excited. Okay, wait. No, yeah.
He's barely containing it.
I'm gonna do it.
Are you doing it? Okay.
I'm gonna do it.
So,
Because you're gonna die.
I'm gonna die.
Next hit,
I'm
you're
gonna
out.
next hit. I'm out. Okay.
I don't.
She goes does some nice damage to everyone in the city. I think she ends up taking out some of the I think she maybe took out 2 of the lesser fragments. She then tries to get 2 some attacks at her. The final one hits her. With something called a void dart, which once hit, this thing does enough. It did enough damage to bring her to unconscious. Unfortunately, yeah. This is from the main one who uses who apparently could also fly, but can't do it because of Earthbind. And she has out, which she did manage to take concentration on. It hits her and allows one of them these things to teleport to her. Well, and since the dart went her down, that thing attacks suddenly. The marine attack takes out 2 for death saves. Orem immediately goes in and feeds Fearne a healing potion, bring her back up. And Fearne's voice also is turned due to that powers affecting her timing out.
Baby.
Yeah, I feel like it's really hot.
It's so hot.
So hot.
20.
20 hits.
Okay.
You never get in that.
So go ahead and roll damage on that one if you
Okay.
So 2d6.
The second one is 17.
17 misses.
Okay.
Sound.
Okay, she fires a scorcher. One misses. The other two do manage to hit, and for that damage, she gets the which she targeted the main Dark Fearne. She managed to get the how you want to do this. By the way, when Orem did his thing, he brought her back up. He also did a bait switch, so to keep her while she's still down, and could take big damage. And with the base switch, give her a massive boost of 2 additional AC. Anyway.
Is the enhanced bond.
Correct.
So,
great.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That shit gun's gonna work so much better now.
Yeah, now I'm gonna win. Okay, so let's see.
Come on, mister.
Where the fuck? It's a plus. It's
Yeah. He's healing, yeah. I could love him.
Ashley!
I'm so sorry, you guys. Okay, so that is
It's hard to read.
I know.
9 points of damage. 9 points of fire damage.
Come on.
How much?
9.
9 points of fire.
It's, oh, God.
Okay.
It's so hard to read when you're freaking out. It's
She's
so
still up?
because you
It
can't
really
find
is.
anything.
Gets shot with the flaming excrement from Mister's pistol. The Shadow Fearne takes the hit. Is just kind of standing there and still remains standing. That finish your turn?
Yes, it does.
At the
Yes,
end of
it does.
At the end of your turn, the Shadow Fearne kind of still looking forward. The flames from the impact of Mr. Strike still stands there before it flickers. And
it fades. Apparently, can only last so last us. Or they're kind of Fearne just goes outside looking up sky. Orange keeping his ears out for a sign of Zathuda, which he soon perceives as he hears a clapping. And from up on the rocklings, he could see Zathuda on top of his Mount Gluma. Glomglut? Yeah, that was it. Okay, there. Fearne asks you, what do you think I want? It's a kind of just hesitating. And he indicates that he'll be back to try to claim her before making the part of the area.
This vanguard can fall to dust. Seminar and their court legacy can crumble for all I care. Let Zathuda blood become the devourer of gods. May you take what is rightfully yours and cast to ash my disappointment in you. Embrace your essence. Step into your destiny. I'll be watching.
He climbs his side, does some global circle around Green at a time, and coincidentally alerting the Exandrian Concord is present. A lot of sound. They start preparing stuff, firing ballista into the area, trying to hit him. Some of their arcane artillery too. When it hits. And then he goes off and disappears. Orm and Fearne, who as soon as like some of their friendly artillery starts landing in the area because her name really rush to the wall to try to get at least out of firing the area of fire. Fearne going as fast as he can with four levels of exhaustion. They manage to get there and meet back up with Bell's Hells. For one thing, they quickly recount what's gone, and they determine that he wants Fearne to be the vessel of Prodathus. I think it's just as an ego thing for him.
I'm sorry, did you say that dragon was Fearne's father? How does that?
So not the dragon, but there's like a mean guy who rides the dragon.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but the dragon's name is Gloomglot. How
Her
cool
dad's
is
name
that?
is Shadowlord Zathuda.
Gloom or Glow?
Right. Yeah.
Real fun.
Pretty dark. It's like a big bad
Well,
thing.
we can't let him take you if that's what he wants.
No.
How did he find you?
That's what I was thinking.
We've made our presence pretty well known.
Sure, but we bamfed down from the moon. We walked a distance. We were asleep in a tent and covered from the sky.
He came through the bridge as well, right after us.
Then we're in an outpost not that far from the Malleus Key.
I mean, it did kind of tease me a little bit, and I woke up and there was a cute little creature, and I followed it.
You gotta stop following cute creatures, Fearne.
I know.
My sister has a similar problem. We probably have a similar problem. That way.
One more time, what's a ludinous?
Yeah, fill you in.
Sorry.
We'll fill in Dorian as we head back towards the tent to try and get these
We'll
two
fill you
some
in, Robbie,
sleep.
on the break.
Yeah.
No, I know. I'm RPing Laura.
As the two who are worse for wear from the recent encounter finish off the rest of their evening's rest, the rest of you take the time in the early morning to fill Dorian in with some of the more complicated details of the Ruby Van.
And as they do that, they go to break. After which, we rejoin Bell's house as they discuss, like, is there anyone they need to meet with besides, like, during the briefing? Like, should they go, try to locate, Imahara Joe? No, because he's, at least they have some idea where he is, and though that does bring up, which they do after research, I'm trying to remember where the frick he is. They remember. They after a while they remember he is back at Whitestone. So after a while they are brought before in for the debriefing on their mission. With members being Kiki, Tofor, and Q Mandazzi and Tofor. Tofor brought Potoras. I don't remember the name. No, it's probably in the. No, I don't have a thing there. They're Stormbreaker. What's the frick is his name? The Stormbreaker is not there. There's a briefing starting with what happened that morning, like where they see a draconic entity ridden by one of the higher ups, like in No Man's Land, which also to explain that about their, and they point out, they make sure to point this out recently discovered that this is Fearne's biological father. And then, after getting all the shock of that, they proceed to tell about what they learned during their mission. You'll know already what they've done, so it's not if you've watched either my recaps or the actual videos. Mm-hmm. They try also to get more information on what's been going around the world, like how because of this, like the weird happenings. Not to mention like Ludinus actually having these like worldwide like audio broadcasts using the ley lines, spreading his propaganda. There has been a lot increase in like support and sympathy for the Vanguard. Mm-hmm. They're also like the more about the prisoners who keep getting released, like ancient prison stuff, like who guarded by magic were carrying and really, and all these sometimes ancient entities like wreaking havoc around the world.
Maybe step in for one final hurrah.
They also they do mention talk about how they discover that Ludinus has been has at least most part been in AR doing studying things to help with the cause.
You have my bow.
And my axe. Wrong movie. One does not suit
This is a plot that is beyond us.
They bring out some devices they captured on Rudis that was brought by AOR so they could be examined.
Keyleth goes, I know of a few that have done some research there.
They're planning like a mission to AOR to try to stop Ludinus and some point, or either like find a way to kill or capture, or at very least destroy whatever, prevent him from taking what he's there to get.
Out and see if there's. Just a moment. And she like reaches into her cloak, and you see she pulls out a particular stone and kind of steps away from the table for a bit.
They're all excited, like ideas
kind of quietly off to the side. Steps back from the shadows. Well, the individual that I know who has some personal experience with Isilcross and the ruins of Aor is in the midst of an important mission that they have yet to complete. But they said they can send another individual, an archivist of some kind, they said to look for, who has also researched these ruins. Said they shouldn't.
You could see them getting like ideas.
Perhaps gather your things. Maybe they can help take you to a place where this information might be more readily available.
Okay, after a while, they make some comments about theirs, like how it's a good thing they have it because they're like the ones I was expecting. And Chetney eventually kind of gives a little rant, like a place like I keep saying over stuff. Right now, he puts out right now they're the ones who are the what in the more the know. They're the ones more research and stuff because of their trip. And it basically tells them to back off with something. Jive and stuff. Towards some of the others. And explain how to do it. And though the others respond that around the world, other people, everyone's there. They're not asking anymore that not much more than they're asking everyone else to do. Like everyone's part, even if they're not there, they're like dealing with the calamities at home, like the agents of. They mentioned some entity. I forget what they called. Like like ravaging the trust fields. I forget what that is. I think that's somewhere in Zadesh. Or not in the Empire, but I forget. Um, mm, mhm. It says that reason he did that was his complaint was to see how they would react.
We almost lost Fearne. He almost sucked her away, and then he fell into a pit of lava, and turns out it was...
They talk about how they deal with ludus before and stuff, including
just
facing off of
lewdness, but snow.
You're right.
It was just a snow lewdness. And we almost died.
And all these things that you're saying are the type of challenges that are being asked of every single person.
Group of fuck-ups somewhere.
We're actually exactly what you need. I will admit, though, if you got a box of tricks or toys or magic items that could change the way we look or give us any sort of assistance or help with being sneaky, for these loud motherfuckers, I'm sure they'd take it. Because me, I'm like a fart in the wind. You don't know where I'm going to come from, but they need some help.
Yep, we can smell you coming.
Topher, who has, up to this point, kept a very hard-lined and somewhat aggressive presence, can't help but laugh under their breath a bit before clearing their throat. Keyleth kind of nods.
Okay, they talk about more like what the resources they could have available. They bring up again like they show them like an image of the weave lines of the 5 weave lines, and explain like all the second more and tell them that if they're trying to look for anything else to help, they should focus on things that help you defend against psychic powers.
Side, and they kind of tent door opens. The guard on the outside goes, members of the Accord, there is an arrival here. It says they were sent by a widow guest. And the door opens, and you see a figure step in, a human figure. Looks like male human in his 40s, shaggy blonde gray hair, like a chin strap beard. Deep set green eyes, kind of wearing
who the hell is this?
Slightly too big travel robes and a shoulder pack. Who steps in?
No,
I'm sorry.
Okay. They were like this one, like, wait, who the frick is this guy? Like, we were expecting, then like, wait. Then they're like, wait a second.
Bother all of you. My name is Seth Domade. I am an archivist of the Cobalt Soul. I was sent by a friend to help.
Anyway, they talk about this. They talk about more going on in the Empire since we last heard. The assembly, the Service Assembly has somewhat abandoned the Empire. So now they have this big council of their who are now dealing with all these things like game release and stuff. Like during the Echoes of the Solstice my 9 one shot, we just already see like the devastation caused in Caleb's hometown. So and now they're without any of the major. Now their mages are turned against them, abandoned and are turning against them. So the Empire is not in good shape. Then they take out. They have to go to the cleaner. They also start taking out what they call their souvenirs, like stuff they obtained on Rudis, including the glass orb, which is a model of what the Rudis, including the inside of Rudis. Starts to get a sense of what they could be up against, like should the bad guys succeed. Like this orb in it, like this big orb, and inside it, this green or with branches of like just the scale of it. And
Look at all these little ooey gooey, little fetuses in jars.
Everyone like takes a step back from the central.
I forgot about those.
Yeah. They're like totally fucking with some like experimentation.
Bioengineering.
Bioengineering.
How delightful.
Look.
Okay,
Look
that's
at
a little
Gary's
inappropriate. I'm just gonna use
bruised.
telekinetic mage hand and
bruised.
float them over to the table slowly.
You set it down and one of them twitches in the jar.
Oh no.
You've made it mad.
But it seems like they're making like super Rylorans.
Terrifying. Okay. Well, thank you. We'll get this to our present researchers and see how we can possibly extract information.
Okay, then Seth tells him how he may have a source of information since they don't have like the Empire, like in recent years, like they're planning the mission to AR, but in recent years, like the Kitsune area has become under the control of the Empire. It was specifically under the influence of the Assembly, so in order they need to find someone, an Assembly member not totally aligned. And Seth thinks he knows of one such Assembly member. They are located in Zadesh. If that strikes a bell, this was the first major city in the Mayan we saw in the Mayan, the first major city of the Empire we see in the Mighty Nine campaign, the early stuff. This is the city where they first met the gentleman and Pumatso and Pumat. The Gilmore campaign too. They try to negotiate some things like any more resources they could get. And they're asking us like, do they need any finances and stuff? We asked. Chetty just goes. They just go. How much? No, it was either Chetty or Ashton goes. How much do you got? Then they said. This leads to the more negotiation. Like I said, just give us okay. How about 500 gold more than what you're comfortable with? Is it? And one of them just name a number, and then Chetty just looks and goes, "Oh, fine. 10,000 gold is from the war chest." And he goes, "Sounds good, okay." And then it's like. They just get to 10,000 gold. Well, they're not going to be lacking in finances right now. So,
I guess,
Is
yeah,
that-
I guess.
oh,
that's the
okay.
energy
Take a
control.
minute to gather our things.
Dorian's gonna
this will be a
scamper
lot.
outside really quick, and like unbeknownst, it's really fast. He's gonna hit up these 3 little like single man tents where there's like an armor and he's just like frantically grabbing.
Oh, I'll
shit.
help you. I'll help you with that shit.
Okay, thank you. And it's like very clumsy.
Well, I've got a giant hole, so I'm gonna.
You've got a hole?
I'm gonna open up the magic hole.
Say that again.
It's like a.
It's the long one.
I've got a magic hole.
He watches Ashton.
Giant hole.
Ashton takes what looks like a rolled up rug, like a dark rug,
Man,
and rolls it out across the ground. And as soon as it rolls out
That's
flat,
like-
the ground just becomes like a 10-foot
Like
deep.
being
Just
a-
toss it in. We'll
10
figure
foot
it out
hole in the
later.
ground.
What is in that hole right now?
Cleaned it.
We haven't cleaned
a
it.
terrible stench begins to emerge from the inside of this pit.
There's a lot.
Thank you. These were special order. Are you?
No, don't put it in with the decomposing bodies.
Fine, we'll clean it
Are you
later.
turned off by our deep dark hole?
It's
We
not
should-
my favorite.
Okay.
Can we at least
Oh, yeah,
get
that's
all the
right.
dead bodies?
Yeah, no,
I
we're
would
gonna
love
do
to do
it.
that.
Thought he
You
was
know what?
down.
I'll just hold it. I'll just hold
I
it.
know.
We had 5 seconds to clear the dead bodies out of
This
this.
is
I
a bag
know.
of
Actually,
holding.
I would love-
It's
we've had a
far,
bunch of-
far more.
Dead rudest
It actually has a nice lavender scent that
We
comes
have
out of it.
so
Many sacks and
chunks
holes.
of off-planet people in here. We should probably unload right now.
We do.
Yeah,
Hey,
let's just
Topher.
Topher, look! As we start throwing
Grab me some leather,
alien
some
body
silk.
parts out of the
Just-
hole.
You see
I'm gonna
Topher
write down a
emerge
little
from the
Just
tent.
run around, force them to give you all that shit. It's cheap.
Got it.
What do you need for.
Scampering.
Dear God, what is this?
Clothing shit. So.
Remnants of our mission.
You got magic to clean up and disinfect and
A little bit of wet work.
white
was done.
memory. Yeah.
Other guards start looking, getting close to look, and like,
I know it's not
Topher's like-
pleasant.
We will take this for research.
Pretend you've never smelled anything like that before.
You should actually keep like 1 or 2 limbs. They've come in handy.
That is true.
Right.
We will keep a limb or two.
We've got some.
Can you just
Juggernaut
wrap some of these
chunks.
bitches for to go?
Do you want the head or the limb? We've got some
Come back with your stuff. Got it. Throw it straight into the hole.
I look like I care. Yeah, we've got a bunch of juggernaut pieces. I mean, yeah.
You gotta keep a cap.
If you're gonna keep a couple limbs, though, don't leave them in the hole because that
Some
turns into
tusks.
soup. Put it into the bag of holding because that's like a video game inventory, and everything gets sectioned
No,
off
it's
separately.
still decayed.
The bag of holding kept it fresh. The
Yeah,
bag
no,
of
no,
holding
no.
still
Doesn't
sits.
Remember,
You're right. The
Remember
hole
that
is
it-
like
But it keeps items separate from each other.
Oh, that's true. It
So the
doesn't
troll
make
neck
everything.
didn't
Right?
infect
So,
everything else.
right,
It
you're not
comes
gonna
out
get
as a-
gangrene on like a
This should
healing
mostly just
potion.
be for
That's
big
true.
things. Let's just keep this down
Yeah,
for big.
While
Body
they're
odor.
fighting, I'm fidgeting with a little piece of copper in my pocket,
Okay.
and I just whisper to Keyleth, "Are you sure they're ready for this?"
she looks towards you.
What do you want to keep? Some forearms, some fingers?
From personal experience, weirdly, probably.
give me a calf and a forearm and we'll call it even.
I got him. Calf.
I'm very excited about this.
Forearm.
I'm keeping caviar on. Was that what I named him?
I think
Yes.
so.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
You look exhausted.
Yes, I
Oh, those are breadcrumbs. Those are loaves.
I am exhausted.
I
am so tired.
I'm
your hair.
my spirit is exhausted. You look stretched across the ground, my dear.
Yes.
Do you need help?
I would take any help that you could give.
All right. And she kind of reaches into her side satchel. It's like kind of stitched to the edge of her armor, and pulls out what looks like a handful of dust. And as she brings it up to her hand, you can see it kind of glimmer a bit. And she begins to place her hand on your shoulder and close.
And she casts
Her eyes, and as she does, the wind begins to pick up around.
basically she cures Fearne of 2 points of exhaustion, which brings her back up to 1. I think it should actually be 2, but they say it's 1. she only has one exhaustion point left, so that's good. And then she said, Kiki said she has to be off to go look for more allies and stuff to her, including some ones of people who maybe not have the best relationship with they're looking for. And speaking of which, I think this is the right time slot for that. This one.
People for the most part.
Indeed, and catch them off guard.
If you need help from
Yep.
the champion of Asmodeus, I have his number, so I could pass that along if need be.
Well, you see, like, Topher and Master Keith's heads turn over. You see Domade kind of look over as well.
New information, new. It's all new information.
All new information.
Strange bedfellows and all that.
You need all the help you can get.
No bad ideas.
No bad ideas.
No bad ideas.
Just throwing it out there.
Of course. And she like takes your hand a bit, and she pats your hand. She kind of looks at the symbol on your finger. I'll let you know. She takes her staff and kind of knocks it on the ground a bit, and her mantle, the cloak, kind of spreads out behind her. The colored leaves, the ombre, kind of fade of them, kind of dragging behind.
Basic.
She like tightens one of the belts on her leather.
Anyway, goes on and heads out. Before that, Orm just takes her aside and does like vouch for her, like he's been with him all the time. He trusts him. He knows that. He said like it points out to Fearne and just saying if these two were going to take a dark, they would have done it by now. So I trust it. He said, "I'm glad you trust him, and I think you trust too. And I also trust you to know that should they ever go down that dark path, you will know what to do." And I was like, "Oh God, that just gave all this."
Very well. Good luck. Adieu. And I do not believe we have met. What is your name?
Dorian Storm, humble bard.
They call me the Myth-Taker.
The Myth-Taker?
Myth-Taker. Key Mendozi.
I couldn't place the accent. I'm sorry.
Magic practitioner extraordinaire.
Pardon my friends.
What's her name, right, Dorian?
The Myth-Taker, lovely. It's powerful. Yes.
Taker of myths from Spain.
Just call me Key.
First name basis.
Well, it's easier when they don't make fun of my first
I
title.
wasn't making fun. All right. Sorry.
Damn, Myth Taker.
Forgiven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him.
I don't hold grudges, really. Not normally. Normally.
Are we being serious again?
I like it.
God, you're so easy to get. You're so good to get.
You and me are on the same plane.
I like this one. Anyway. Stay alive.
Yeah.
And he darts out of the tent.
Hi, Myth-Taker.
Honestly, good advice at this point.
Yeah.
Is Seth still in the tent?
Seth's kind of gathering his sack and stuff that he set down, puts on his shoulder strap, kind of rearranges his cloak a little bit, and turns to the rest of you. Kind of takes his glasses off and folds them and puts them in a pouch. All right, I guess let me know when you're ready to head off, and we'll make our first stop.
We're ready.
I'll go over.
With no need for extra preparations, he has them all grab hands to circle and uses a teleportation spell to bring them right to the dish.
In a public
So,
unit square.
now that this conversation stopped, I can go ahead and set the scene. As you take in the
What was
surroundings.
your dad's name?
They talk about. I asked what's that's like who he is, like where he's come from. Joseph was called like his telling about his mother. I forget the name. Because she was a tavern wench. Kind of very. So during this conversation, he was very surprised to hear like that Imogen's mother can stop time. And like he knows something of magic and stuff. Seems to know something of magic. I was like, that's like a ninth. You can see him say that's a ninth level spell. What the? Who? How? Yeah, who's my? I haven't heard of. It's like he's like, how have I heard of someone who's capable of ninth level magic? But besides, like she is with the Vanguard, sort of, and gotta get he's got things to understand, and works directly under Luna. They do notice that he's seems to get like a little one just like every time he hears the name Luna. Sometimes they never have met him, though know people who have.
Brothers, sisters, nieces.
Well, as an adventurer, they all died when I was young.
Oh, sounds right.
One of us.
Here you stand amongst the streets of the Innerstead sprawl of Zadash. Amongst the various buildings here, the kind of aged cobblestone and packed dirt that makes the center thoroughfare. One, you can see the beautiful architecture here of the mixture of Tudor and like very Eastern European.
I mean, he described to say this. Also described that the city seems to have received some damage. Like it's clearly something that one of the released entities was been through there. They go past like the hall, the King's Hall, like where it's just like the judicial building, which I think we've been in Cafe too. Like that's and Zeph asked if who knows as it increases more and more guards are areas are more and more guarded. Asked if any of them have visibility because he can only do 6 people, including himself. And thankfully, and of course, Imogen has it, so that. After a while, 2 guards seem to they seem to catch notice of 2 guards who start to follow them. As he notices he hasn't turned into a thing, and then said, "Okay," and then as soon as he said, "Okay, now," and he and Imogen managed to cast invisible on the whole party, leading to a group stealth check, which they all have advantage except for Fearne and Ashton, who have natural disadvantages from both still having some exhaustion points, and therefore it's a straight roll for them. Which leads to Fearne actually deciding invisible, having a natural 1, thankfully counteracted by Laura's natural 20, and they managed to keep this to pass the check and the next one as they keep going through more guarded, and to reach a destination where they might find a member, this Cerberus assembly member. As they approach this area, he tells them that this person might put up some resistance, and so tell the ground when he says to this person, "Don't panic." Oh, great! And then they arrive where this person's soldier is. I think I'll let them see their reaction.
The establishment in beautiful cursive writing, Chastity's Nook.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yes, this is that bookstore. It's the bookstore. This is where
Chastity's Nook.
I love you.
Oh,
Sorry.
what
You
a
can see as
callback.
Seth kind of adjusts the glasses. Well, try to be respectful, do not gawk too much, and, if possible, do not maintain too much conversation with the proprietor.
Ooh.
Good luck on that.
Cock at what?
As you kind of begin to step within the interior, the first thing that catches you, barrage of scents. There are a number of, the smell of scented candles that have mixed, like a terrifying Sephora hammer has struck you in the face. There are oils and incense. And as you peruse, like the initially long entryway, you can see there are all manner of interesting knickknacks and keepsakes and very gaudy furniture and decorative objects that line the interior. There are tapestries that hang, and the further in you walk, the more nudity that seems to be present on them. Not
Nice.
Mm-hmm. They go up to the main counter to look, ask around, and the member asked them like if they're looking for anything, and they said they kind of said like we're looking for porn.
Times of tumultuous event.
Apparently, they said like she was referring to their as she called it, specialty books. Like a lot of their stock of specialty books has been dwindled because they're becoming a lot more popular with the turbulent times.
People seem to want a lot of escapism.
Yes.
But we do have some classic standbys. We have here the few copies of Enchanting Tryst at our disposal. Find Shallow Breaths. There's the Emerald Kiss. Spirited Succulents. One of my personal favorites. Came out about 2 years ago. I think you'd love it. The Dance of the Burning Call. A beautiful piece. Less tawdry and more just a classic romance tale. Highly recommended as well. Guard of the Heart. The Gale and the Raven. That's a newer one. There's also Tusk Love is a classic of ours. I have one copy. At this point, Seth steps.
Of course, they leave it at Tusk Love. He said, and he asked for like if they have any other employees they could talk to, like to get their other opinions. And he goes and says that they could look for another one called Irma. They go in the back and they see her, who is this dirty blonde half elf in their 20s and stuff. Asked her to help stuff in her. After some consultation, Seth sticks forward and said, "There's a couple." He said, Seth just looks at her and says, "Bren sends his regards," which causes her to tighten up, to tense up and stuff. If you know anyone, if you know your critical lore, you know Bren is the original birth name of Caleb Whittlegast. This person knows Caleb. Tenses up, they go, sir. He moves forward, step good, and he goes looking. Now, don't panic. And they're off. This Irma, who we of course already figured out at this point is a alias. It managed not to resist the effects of both Chetney's blood curse of binding and Imogen's spell command to freeze. Ashen goes and manages to do a grapple check to pin her to a wall, pin her with her hammer and activating the immovable rod feature on it. Then you can see her try to like similar power, gesturing stuff that Seth do to teleport them away, and Lana could use a counter spell to stop that, and to make sure to stop her for good, keep her trapped for good until that is done. Dorian managed to cast Force Cage, a 7th level spell. Bring it in. Last time they played with Dorian was part of the part. He was nowhere near close. I'm not even sure he had 3rd level spells at that point. Maybe 3rd at most. Well, 3rd or 4th, maybe. I forget how long it's actually been on. But this manages to use her own counter to stop it. Aurum and Imogen attempt to restrain her with the vine feature of sealing and telekinesis. Then Seth casts a spell, an anti-magic field, disabling all magic items, all magic either items or spells like illusions, and we get to see who we're dealing with.
And you see as she puts her hand forward, the 20-something half-elf visage now fades into a human woman in her 40s. Kind of slicked back, dirty blonde hair, a large scar that runs down the side of her face, and heavy burn marks across her neck. She's adorned in ornate, form-fitting clothing under a sleek, dark green cloak. And as she releases her hands, nothing happens. The minute that happens, you kind of rush and grab and hold her in place and muscle her. The minute that happens, you look back to Seth, who is no longer Seth. Instead, you see a dark elf of shoulder length, somewhat wavy white hair, purple eyes, and stoic expression. You see he wears flowing black robes that fall from under an intricate silver shine mantle.
Yes! Yes!
And where his feet touch the ground, you see him kind of step up a bit, now able to shed the...
Candy car is exploding.
Yeah. To shed the illusion. Bells Hells, I am Essek Thalis, allied to the Exandrian Concourt, an enemy to Ludinus Deleth.
And genuine hot boy!
This is Astrid Beck, Archmage of Civil Influence of the Dwendalian Empire, successor to Trent Ickathon and member of the Cerberus Assembly. Astrid spits in the ground. I am no successor to him. I am his usurper. To where Essek kind of lifts his chin. Well, regardless, I think it's time we have a conversation. And that's rolling tonight.
And we leave off there with Caleb's exes. Oh, 2 big character returns. But with that, I bring you to our last bit of this review. My homebrew, the warlock subclass, the Kitsune. Obviously, you get your powers from the Kitsune race. I would be introducing. It's a Fae offshoot of Fae. I try to have no. Okay, well, excuse me. The Kitsune of the Feywild are natural pranksters, but are too few to perform all the mischief they wish. What they need is their own personal jester on the prime material plane. Don't let it turn off. Be thought as a jester being turned off for you. This is a pretty good subclass. First off, we got the expanded spell list. I made sure there was no these. I kind of chose ones that had no overlap with either the Kitsune sorcerer subclass I made, or anything that was already available to warlocks. Expanded. You got at first level their level 1 spells. You attain these when you attain of course the warlock, whatever warlock level you get that spell level at. First level spells are absorb elements and animal friendship. So this second level spells are Gasaw or Scorcher, which you like to run faster with flames coming out. Like fire is often associated with and blur, a second thing. There's Stinking Cloud cut just because it's funny, and that would be something you give. Non-detection, because you need to stick around. Faithful Hound as level 4. I guess you could rebrand that as a fox. And Conjure Wouldn't Bleed because it's a Fade Conjuring spell. And finally, at your 5th level spells, Modify Memory and Hallow. Your other level 1 feature of this class is Bag of Tricks. For every new spell level you obtain, you get 1 additional spell slot outside of the ones you normally get out of Warlock, equivalent to the level you just got. You attain this new spell slot even after having your spell levels upgraded through the Warlock feature. So and they were and they replenish on a long run. Speaking, these sort of like normal type caster spell slots. This is supposed to be a long rest. Ugh. I may have to re-edit this later. When you make then as for the level 6 ability, you got deceptively skilled. Whenever you make a skill check or saving throw, you can use your reactor to spend 1 spell slot you had and add that spell level to the result, increasing the chance of success. It is the chance of success because you can only do this before you know whether or not the roll succeeded or not. Like, once you know it succeeded, you cannot just add it. And then you get at level 10, I think it is. You get you get enhanced arcana. Like, as far as the Mystic Arcana feature, and this you get it with each new level of Mystic Arcana, which by the way starts at the next level. So this on the level you gain this actually does nothing. I don't feel guilty about that, but you get for each level like a free casting of a level 6 or so through the of casting a spell slots casting without spell slots for Mystic Arcana. You get actually 2 castings, so you have to be the same. It will have to be the same spell. Actually, maybe not. I'll let your DM decide that. And then there's the final 14th level capstone ability, Magically Mischievous. This is the equal and opposite to Deceptively Skilled. When a creature within 90 feet of you makes a skill check or saving throw, you use your action to expend 1 spell slot and reduce the results and subtract the spell level from the results of the spell, like potentially that could cause it to fail. However, you could do it like once they roll and stuff, but you cannot reveal like what the things the amount they But once they reveal the amount rolled, you cannot add this feature. It must be before you know what they've actually rolled. And with that, this review is done. I thank you for joining me. This is Fearne, and I wish thee good fortune on the quest of life.